So you want to make custom t-shirts? There's no better way than with a heat press and with heat transfer vinyl. In this video, I'm going to show you all of the tools that you'll need to be able to create a custom graphic tee that's going to match this sneaker. Come in close and I'll show you. Let's take a look at this beautiful shoe. This is the Oregon colorway of the Jordan Retro 5. It has a lot of different materials and colors and textures in the design, and I love this shoe because green is my favorite color. I'm a Celtics fan, what can I say? And so when I purchased these shoes, I wanted to create a t-shirt that matches because I think that just upgrades the style, especially when you're dealing in fashion. And so one tool that I have to help me in that job, in addition to my vinyl cutter and heat press, are these color swatches of heat transfer vinyl. So if you purchase from a company like Stahls, which is the heat transfer vinyl brand that I'm using here, you can order these actual physical color swatches of all of the different materials. Now, sometimes people will just get into a material because they like the way it performs. But when you're dealing with fashion, color, style, finish is everything. So it's really helpful to have all of these color swatches so when you get in a product, whether it's a shoe or a hat or even a handbag that you want to match, you have all of the tools to hold up. So whether you're getting into glitter finishes, which I don't really want here today, or hologram, there is like a chip chart and colors that you can hold up. So when I look at this shoe, obviously green is the primary color. So I want to try to match that green dead on. One of my favorite products from Stahls is the Cad-Cut Ultra Weed because it's soft, lightweight, and it's kind of a go-to vinyl that's fairly easy to use, available in a wide variety of colors. So as I'm going through here, I'm going to find the green colors that are currently available and make sure you keep your color swatches updated because they're always adding new colors. And I hold up some of the colors that are available and there really isn't a match. And so I'm going to be able to rule this one out right away. Another product that I really like for t-shirts, for t-shirt design is this product called Cad-Cut Premium Plus. Now, don't get all caught up in the names because we're really just looking for the color here. I've already fanned this one out to the green color, but this product is super soft, super stretchy, and has just a great overall feel. I would say it feels better than screen printing, frankly, when you're decorating a shirt. And so this product has the perfect green shade that I'm going to match. Now, I'm pulling through and looking through a carrier here that's on this material, so if you really want to get into the details, you can always peel that back to look a little more directly. But I like that green color, so that's going to be my color there. Something else I notice in this shoe that I want to create as an accent is the reflective tongue. And it's a darker charcoal to a black reflective. So I've grabbed the Cad-Cut High Vis reflective colors from Stahls. And in this case, I have a black reflective that's a pretty nice match. A little bit lighter, I would say, but so far off of the shoe and on the garment, I think it's going to be close enough to be a little accent detail for the brand logo that I want to put. So I'm definitely going to use those two products. Now, there's a couple other colors in the shoe. I have like a maize color, a very light yellow color, and then I also have the sole of the shoe, the part here that's black, and you're getting a little bit of a semi-gloss, I would say, off of that black. And so not only do I like to match color, I like to match texture. Thermofilm is one of the products from Stahls that has almost this same appearance to it. It has a more pebbly appearance to it, almost like a faux leather, and it's a little bit glossier than some of the other matte finishes. And so I'm going to dive into this product in all the colors, and I'm going to go for a tone-on-tone effect in the black, which gives me a really nice match. So it's all in the details. These are going to be the three products that I'm going to use. So just go over to the Stahls website. I can order a single yard of all these products, or once you build up your inventory, you can buy the product and save a little money by getting it by the roll. And the great thing is Stahls ships it to you. You get it in about 2 days for only $5 in shipping. So let's take a look at those rolls and show you how to load them in the vinyl cutter. So I've received my rolls of heat transfer vinyl in, 3 rolls in total. I have the Cad-Cut thermofilm loaded into the vinyl cutter, and this vinyl cutter I've connected with a USB cable to my computer, and I've used the free online design software cadworkslive.com to create my design. This is vector art. You can use Corel or Illustrator. I'm going to create the design, which I've done, and then I will tell it that I want to send it to the vinyl cutter. It downloads it off of the web to my local computer. I've programmed my blade depth for my material, and I'm just going to hit send cut job. So again, the first material that I've loaded is the Cad-Cut thermofilm. I like this product because it's a little bit thicker. It has that semi-gloss to it that I showed you at the beginning of the video. It's very easy to cut and very easy to weed, which is the next step of the process. So cutter just cuts the design. I always like to put a weed border around my design, which is just a rectangle. Gives me somewhere to start pulling away at the material. And I'm actually going to just weed this one on the machine to show you how easy it is. I'll just advance the material out a little bit, and then you'll pull up on the corner of the material, and then you remove the excess. So basically, it just leaves your text design. I've programmed the blade to just cut through the material, but not through this clear carrier that holds all of my lettering together. And so this is actually a 2-color design for my front print, and then I'm going to do a small branding location. So I'll trim that off, and I'm going to load my next roll of green while we put you in fast pace here. Anytime you're loading a new roll, you want to complete a test cut. This is a thinner material, so I'm going to decrease my downforce before I do the test. I was cutting the last one at a 17, which is 170 grams of force. I'm going to try this one at a 9, which is 90 grams of force. It cuts this little square with the triangle inside of it. Grab the corner of weed. It should lift up the square, leave behind the triangle, so I know all my lettering is going to stay behind. Just pick the edge a little bit, make sure it's not cutting too deeply. That looks perfect, and so I'm going to get my blade back to the spot where I want it to start, which is just to the side of that test cut. Program my point of origin, and I'll come over here and actually grab the green layer of the material. Make sure that I have it down in the bottom corner of my page, so I'm not wasting any material. Once I have that set up, I'll just send that layer over to the cutter. Just going to advance it out. I'm looking for the top side of the design. Grab my blade and drag it across the material to cut it straight. And we'll weed this one over at the table because it's a little thinner, so the table and the good lighting is going to help me. But before we do that, let's load our last roll, which is our high-vis reflective material. And this is just a little bit wider roll, but I'm operating on a 24-inch wide cutter, which is going to give me a lot of versatility with not only being able to cut heat transfer vinyl, but also a lot of the sign vinyls for making decals or stickers and logos like that. Those typically come 24 inches wide. So again, telling my blade, go find that front edge. I'm going to do a test cut. I know this material is a little thicker. I've used it before. So I'm going to go into the settings and let's just increase that force. Try it at a 17 and we'll do that test cut. Again, the test cut helps because if you send that whole job and it doesn't cut accurately, you're going to take a lot of time prepping your design, and you're also going to take a lot of time weeding your design and potentially have waste if you can't complete the job. So I've set it up. This is a really small design, just a small branding element. I don't have a scrap piece of vinyl, or I would have just done it out of that, but you'll see the concept here. I'm just going to do this small design, and this is designed to be kind of like the brand that's going to go on the bottom hem of the shirt or maybe on the sleeve, depending on where we want to place it. And if I were doing this, I'd usually want to cut these across the whole width of the material so I'm not wasting, but since we're doing one for a video, we'll just cut the one out here and then slide my blade across, and we'll save this as a scrap piece, so next time we'll have that to load into the cutter. All right, let's show you the weeding process on these last two materials. All right, this tool is called the Stahls Easy Weeder. It kind of looks like a dental pick. Makes it great for being able to grab the corner of the vinyl and peel away the excess. Again, this material, Premium Plus, is super soft and super stretchy as well, so you actually feel it kind of stretching when you're weeding it. Best example that I can give on this, it feels like latex balloon almost, with the stretch and the texture and the feel of the material. Now it's soft and smooth once it's on the garment, so it's not grippy at all on the face of it. We do have a grippy material if you're interested in that rubbery feel. That's called Cad-Cut Silicone from Stahls, and it comes in about 7 or 8 colors. But this Premium Plus is nice. It comes in about 40 different colors. Really easy to use, and you're not going to find a material that feels any better than this on the garment. So I did a reverse out here. Save this scrap, and then just make sure that your outer edge is completely removed, because all of that will heat press onto your shirt. That piece is done and ready to go. And my last piece, trim out first, and saving this longer strip. I'll take my weeding tool and grab the corner and go. Now this high-vis reflective, I've completed some jobs in this. This is a really nice material to weed. You'd be surprised at the level of detail that you can get in this product and how nice it peels away. So this is just a small branding element. Trim it up. And we're ready to go. This is going to look nice. So let's head over with these designs in our t-shirt, and I'll show you the proper way to load this and print these on the heat press. Okay, if you don't have a heat press, there are a lot of different heat presses on the market. This is the Hotronix Autoclam, which is a top of the line, but still at a good price. If you plan to do this for profit and be in the business for the long haul, you're going to want a quality heat press machine. Don't go buy one of those $200 machines off of Amazon. It's not going to give you accuracy with what you're printing, and so really when you start to wash your garments, your design may start to peel off or come off, or if you're decorating them for clients, it's going to be even worse. I load this. I like to split my shirt open, load it on, drape my collar off the edge, get the seams off the edge if I can. It gives me this nice flat printing surface. And I'm going to start with the preheat. That's just going to help to flatten the shirt, get the moisture out of it, and so I can start positioning my designs down. Now, these products can layer. I've actually created this in such a way that I believe I can press them all at once as well. So I want to make sure I have it aligned. So we position that into place. I like to look at the garment, make sure it's centered. There are laser tools and other tools that you can use for this, but I find if you just take a couple minutes here, use your fingers to make sure it's equal distance here from the sides of the shirt, that's going to be an easy way to do it. Actually, if I trim this up, which I should have done before I brought it over to the press, you'll see how that's going to make my life easier when I'm layering these on. Let me just straighten this up again. Good, so we got that in place, and this is tonal. I'm playing on the texture here. I'm going to move it up underneath this design. It is a little bit sticky, so you want to be careful with the positioning. I'm looking to line it up perfect with that sneakers plus what? Plus nothing. You just need sneakers in your life. So we position that down into place. This little branding element, I can't quite get it here. I want it down all the way on the bottom hem on this shirt, which is hanging off, so I'll just do a second step for that. For now, let's go ahead and press this down. Make sure you follow the time, temperature, and pressure that comes with your heat transfer vinyl. If you're pressing 2 different materials, go at the hottest temperature for the longest time that's recommended. All right, opens. I know this thermofilm is what's called a hot peel, which means I can remove the backing right away. Looks really sharp on there. And then this Premium Plus High Tack is also a hot peel material. Typically takes just a few seconds for it to cool down, just for a few seconds. Peel the backing, and you can see the nice contrast, the gloss, the matte. We're going to look at that next to the shoes here in a second to see how we did. But before, I want to add this little branding element. I'm just going to slide this off, get this print off of the press. I don't need to press that a second time per se. And I'm actually going to rotate because I want it right down here on this bottom area of the shirt for just a branding element. These little extra details, I'm preheating, get rid of the moisture. These little extra details are going to make your garment just a little bit nicer, increase the perceived value of the garment. It's always good to drop your brand or your logo onto your garment. So we're doing that here and tying it all together. Press automatically opens. This is also a warm to a cool peel, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of time. Always like to cheat because sometimes these products will release a little hotter than what's recommended. Peels off real nice, and we have a nice reflective result. So let's lay this on a table and explore the finished textures and product. So here we have it, our completed custom vinyl t-shirts with heat transfer vinyl from Stahls. The Premium Plus, nice and soft, has the stretch to it, a nice smooth texture when you rub your hand over it. Feels really soft. And then you have the contrast to that, which is the thermofilm, a little higher gloss, which is why I selected it for the tone on tone, a little grippier finish as well, but I think it matches the different materials that are in the shoe really nice. And hey, the reflective tongue, we got that element down here too, not to be forgotten. Although this looks charcoal, when you hit it with a flash or with a headlight, it will reflect bright silver back to the source. So if you're liking what you're seeing, you can create looks like this in your home or in your business as well. It's very easy. You just need a heat press, a vinyl cutter, and the right style of heat transfer vinyl. And then of course, the help and education to get you started. Make sure you check the links in the description where you can find information on how to get over to Stahls, how to request the color swatches, and explore our line of heat presses, vinyl cutters, and heat transfer vinyl. But also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching right now, which is Stahls TV, where we give you all the information you need to be successful in your custom apparel business. Thanks for watching.